Around this joint.
Around this joint.
Around this joint.
Around this joint.
Hey, please be advised that this story contains mature themes and strong language not suitable for ages 17 and under.
Can I please just say one time that I'm really glad your jumpsuit is white? Because orange is definitely not your color.
Says the woman who put me in powdered pink for our wedding.
Hey, that pink looked good on you, sir.
You know it's really not a good look? These bags under my eyes. I can't remember the last time I had a full night's sleep.
I can only imagine what it's like trying to sleep in here.
Rough as all hell. Every time I close my eyes, I either dream of Andrina or Lizzie. I can't wait to get out of here.
Speaking of which, I need to make a few phone calls, and we should be able to post your bond by this afternoon.
$2 million fucking dollars? Man, Bree, why is my bond so high?
Hold on. We only need 15%. We should be able to pull that together in a few hours.
But $2 million, though? Isn't that extravagant?
Drew, there's a dead 26-year-old girl. She was violently murdered in her home, in the heart of the city, during the peak holiday tourism, right before the beginning of an election year. And you're a prominent businessman who is well known and well connected, and also considered a huge flight risk. We should be happy that the judge gave you bond at all.
Honestly, I want to say just leave me in here. Don't even pay anything.
What? No, we're getting you out of here. Christmas is in 2 days. I'm not leaving you in the county jail for Christmas.
Well, Sabrina, what do I have to go home to? I can't work. I don't know what the hell's going on with my company. There's no telling what Colleen is doing in my house. If I get out of here and go to a hotel, all I'll do is sit, think, and drive myself crazy. I can do that in here for free. So just leave me be.
Andrew, are you sure you want to spend Christmas in this place? I feel like you might be punishing yourself for what happened to Elisa.
Once the trial starts, I'll be back and forth here anyway. Just let me stay. I can ride it out. I need this time and some space. I don't want to have to face anyone right now, and I definitely don't want to deal with Colleen while I'm going through all of this.
Okay, if you're certain that's what you want.
I'm certain.
I can tell. Well, since you brought her up, I have something to tell you about Colleen.
I already know. She's been dicking around with Gary.
Come again? Gary? McNally? Your previous lawyer, Gary?
Yep. Since the summer. I just found out yesterday, but the more I think about it, I should have already known.
Especially since I told you the bitch was a semen demon 6 years ago.
Bree.
I'm just saying. I told you her ass wasn't good, Andrew.
I know. You were right. I'm always right, Andrew. So what did you have to tell me?
Coincidentally enough, Gary called me this morning to give a heads up that she plans to file for palimony from you. I guess Vincent told him I'm representing you now.
What the fuck? Palimony? Can she even do that?
Well, technically, common law marriages aren't really a thing anymore in South Carolina. But she could argue that since you both would often refer to each other as husband and wife at various gatherings, then the intent to be married was publicly established. And if a judge rules in her favor, as the breadwinner in the relationship, you could have to pay her because she's grown accustomed to a certain lifestyle while being with you, Andrew.
But I didn't even have to pay you alimony, and we were married for 20 years.
That's because when we split, our incomes were comparable. And also, I wasn't trying to drag you through the mud, even though your ass deserved it. I knew in my heart that little semen demon would drag you for me.
Do you think she'll win in court? Damn, I'm really happy I didn't marry her. I never even proposed to her. And she wants money. She's crazy.
She won't win a damn thing if I represent you. But let's deal with one case at a time. Just out of curiosity, why did you go around calling her your wife if you never really planned to marry her?
Well, she wanted to get married. But after us, I just couldn't see myself making that type of commitment, only to likely turn around and fail again. Plus, you never went back to your maiden name, so I already knew you weren't letting go of being a Braddock just for her.
Sir, I birthed your big head babies, and I helped build this family's name and the brand from the beginning. I'll be a damn Braddock for as long as I choose. Gang, gang.
No arguments from me, OG. You're absolutely right.
Plus, I sure as hell wasn't giving in to that little semen demon girlfriend of yours.
You know, you seem real fond of that term. Why do you insist on calling her that?
Well, let's see. She's evil. She broke up my marriage at its most vulnerable state. She was supposed to be helping our family grieve and heal, but instead, she was slobbering on my husband's knob during his 101 sessions. That kind of makes her a demon. Then she hopped from her husband's penis to my husband's penis, and now she's on your lawyer's penis. So, yeah, Semen Demon seems to fit her.
I have zero rebuttals, counselor. One thing I know is that you will always call a spade a spade. She's evil, and you were right. But I hope she's not evil enough to take my money while I'm in here. She has access to all my personal accounts.
Yep, that's precisely why I had our son move everything from all of your personal accounts into his on Friday.
Seriously? Thank you, Bree. I mean, really. You were really smart to do that. I almost forgot he was on everything. Please tell AJ I said thank him, too. How is he holding up?
Well, you know our son. He's the police officer slash aspiring homicide detective. He's super quiet right now, which lets me know he's searching for answers and trying to gather anything he can that will help your case.
I am really sorry you both have to be involved in this. At the same time, if I'm fighting for my life, I'd rather have people who I know want me to win fighting beside me than anyone else. What are you chuckling about?
Nothing. You just sounded like your mama when you said that. Have you talked to her?
No, I can't bring myself to call her. I don't know what she's going to say.
Well, I've talked to her every day, and she's definitely waiting to hear from you. You should call her.
I will.
Today, Andrew.
Okay, I will.
Good. Now, I'm going to ask you one last time. Do you really want us to post your bond or not?
No, just leave me here. I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, with the holiday this week, things are going to move a bit slow. I've already made the majority of motions for discovery and should start getting information from the prosecutor's office early next week. We'll also be working to secure the jury next week, and trial will likely start the week after.
I can't believe this is real.
Me either. But we're here, and it's as real as it gets. We're going to get you out of this. Okay, I'll be preparing for trial, but you call me if you need me. I'll be back midweek to give updates and prep you. Oh, question. You can answer this now or think about it and answer next week. Is there anyone at all who you think would want to hurt Eliza?
As far as I know, no. Everyone I know who knew Lizzie adored her.
Okay, well, just let me know. If anyone comes to mind, let me know.
Wait. She did fall out with her boyfriend the night of the party. Christopher. I don't know his last name, but he works as a chef at that new hibachi restaurant downtown that opened about 2 months back.
Okay. I'll have him looked into.
Hey, Bree.
Yeah?
Thank you for not looking at me differently or asking me if I did it.
Hmm. Those who know you, they know better. Always remember that. Now call your mama.
Hey, Mom. How's Pops?
He seems to be doing all right.
That's good. So how much is his bail?
2 million.
What?
Yep, that's what I said. I honestly think that the judge was trying to make a statement, but your dad said to leave him in there.
What does he mean, leave him in there? He wants to stay in jail? Why?
He said he doesn't want to spend the money, and with everything going on at work, and he doesn't have anything to come home to or do, so he's staying.
Are you really gonna listen to him? I mean, are we really not getting him out?
AJ, he said he's certain, so we're going to respect it.
Man, I can't believe any of this shit.
AJ, you watch your language.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm just frustrated. I've been asking around here trying to get information. The detectives running the case won't share anything with me, and everyone at the precinct is looking at me like Pops really did this like he really killed Lizzie.
Well, what about Chief Jacobs? Have you talked to him?
No, he hasn't been in all week, and I haven't had the chance to reach him. Carter said he heard Miss Margaret took a turn for the worse in hospice over the weekend, and the chief is out so he can be with her.
That's so sad to hear. I'll be sure to send him some flowers and to call him. The Jacobs have really been a blessing to us since Drina, especially to you. Larry was in your corner even before you decided to join the academy. You make sure you're there for him and for his wife.
Yeah, I know. He was a big part of me getting my head back together during college, and my decision to become an officer as well. I can't imagine what he's going through. I'll be sure to connect with him.
Okay, good. So, have you been able to find out anything?
Nothing aside from what's already in the detective's reports. I'm gonna keep digging.
AJ, I don't want you pressing too hard or doing anything that can make anyone say you're causing interference. We have to be sure we're tightly buttoned up at all times. I know it's your dad and you're passionate, but please stay mindful as you work to get the info.
Yeah. I will, Ma. And the same goes for you.
What do you mean by that?
I keep trying to figure out why you're going out so hard to help Pops. Especially all the hurt he caused you. I don't know how long this whole nightmare is going to last, but please don't choke him out along the way. I know he still makes you upset at times.
Yeah, I will choke his ass. And Drew sure knows exactly where my buttons are and just how much pressure to apply to each one of them. But I guess that comes with spending a lifetime with someone. We've been together since we were in middle school, and there's plenty of days where I definitely wanted to choke his ass.
Is that why you're helping him? Because of your history together?
Partially, but it's not the entire reason.
Then why, Ma?
Because at the end of the day, we're family. That's your father. I saw what losing Drina did to you, what it did to all of us. Then the divorce was probably harder on you than on your dad and me. And you're my son, and I love you. I'll always do whatever I can to prevent grief and pain in your life. Helping Drew is just another part of me being your mama. I don't want you to lose him, especially not to prison, and especially not for something he didn't do.
You know, Ma, when Dad first cheated, I was so angry at him. It felt like, for a second there, I really hated him for hurting you like that, right after Drina, and for leaving me. I mean, yeah, he was still around, but nothing was the same. But then I watched you forgive him and be friends with him, and I couldn't figure out how you could even speak to him again, let alone have forgiveness when he didn't deserve it at all.
AJ, I didn't forgive your father because he deserved it. I forgave him for you and for me. Losing Drina will never leave my heart. I'll always love, miss, and grieve for her. She's my baby. And having hatred and disdain towards Drew, it wasn't going to help any of us heal. And it wasn't going to make life easier for you. Having your parents be bitter and bickering all the time? Mm-mm. So I had to forgive him and move past what he did so that we could still be as much of a family as possible.
I guess that makes a lot of sense. As much as I didn't understand it, I've always been grateful for the example that you set. You're the reason I was able to forgive my dad and have a relationship with him again. Thank you, Ma. I love you.
I love you too, Munchkin. Now, we've got to stick together as a family and figure out how to clear his name. We made it through Drina. We made it through the divorce. And we will make it through this trial.
Because we're Braddocks, and we always bounce back.
Damn right. Gang, gang.
Drew is leaning against a wall with the telephone headset to his ear. A part of him secretly hopes that the person doesn't answer. The phone ringing stops. There's a few second pause while the recipient accepts the call. An older woman's voice begins to speak.
Hello?
Hey, Mama.
I was wondering when you would finally call me.
I know. I should have called over the weekend. I just didn't know what to say.
Well, son, it doesn't matter to me what we talk about. Just hearing your voice is what my heart needs. How are you? You doing all right?
As all right as possible. Mama, it just feels like the whole deck is stacked against me right now. Eliza's dead, and I'm here because they think I killed her. My company is being ran without me. My lawyers walked on me, and Colleen's been cheating on me. It's like, what else could possibly go wrong?
Andrew, I know it seems like everything is falling apart, but you have to remember that no matter what it looks like, God is always working all things together for your good. Because He loves you and He knows you love Him, He has a purpose for your life.
Purpose? What purpose, Mama? I can't find any purpose in anything that's happened in my life.
It's not always easy to see, but you just got to have faith and you got to trust God.
Well, it's hard to have faith when it seems like no matter what you do, there's always something bad around the corner, just waiting to happen. I tried having faith and trusting, and it just doesn't work out like I want it to.
Baby, life comes in peaks and valleys. There will always be trying days. You have to know that just because it's not what you want doesn't mean it's not what you need.
So you're saying I need to be in jail, Mama, for something I didn't even do?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that perhaps you need a pause button, a moment where life isn't always just go, go, go. Sometimes you just need to talk to God and just listen to what He has for you. I haven't seen you stop running and working since we lost Drina.
Well, my life also hasn't made sense since then. I lost my daughter, my marriage, and almost lost my relationship with AJ. Work is the only stable thing I've had these past years. It's really the only thing I have trust and faith in.
Andrew Cody Braddock Sr., don't you sit on this phone and tell me your company is the only thing you have faith in. When I raised you in church to trust God and His Word more than anything else.
Mama, I'm sorry, but God lost my trust when He let my baby girl get murdered.
Andrew!
I'm sorry to tell you, but it's true. I was doing everything right. I married Bree right out of college. We began our careers and started our family. We were in church every Sunday and living the right way. I was being the man that you raised me to be, and it still wasn't enough. He still didn't protect my daughter.
Oh, baby, you can't spend the rest of your life angry at God for things we may never fully understand. And you also can't blame him for everything bad that happens in your family. Some of those things happen because you made poor decisions after Drina passed away, Drew.
You don't think I know that? I know everything I did wrong. I just don't know how long I'm going to keep being punished for it. How can I have trust when I'm still being punished?
No matter what it feels like right now, I don't believe God is punishing you. I believe there's something bigger at hand, and it will reveal itself in due time, baby. The reason you don't trust God is because you're so angry at him, and you've been angry for a long time. But that anger, it's a slippery slope that's pushing a block between you and your relationship with him that you always had. See, you can't trust him because you're angry. And you can't believe because you don't trust. And you can't pray if you don't believe. You can't have a real relationship with him if you don't pray. Then you can't study his word if you're not in or seeking a relationship, and it just keeps going downward. Andrew, when's the last time you prayed and read your Bible?
I haven't spoken to God in over 5 years, and I don't know when the last time it was that I owned a Bible.
What? Where's your mama's Bible? The one she left you.
I gave it to Drina for her 13th. Knowing Bree, she probably still has it.
At least I know someone's taking care of it.
Please don't sound like that.
Well, son, although neither of us are happy with you being in jail, one thing I do know, there's plenty of Bibles in there. And you have some time now to pray and get some word covering you. God wants to hear your voice.
I highly doubt if God is listening out for me.
I believe he's listening and waiting. But you got to get past your anger in order to begin trusting and believing too. Me and the saints are fasting and praying for you, baby. Hopefully you'll join us at the throne of grace soon.
The food in here is horrible, so I guess we can say I'll be fasting at least.
Well, that's a start, I suppose.
You have 60 seconds remaining on this call.
Okay, Mama. I'm gonna hang up before the call cuts off. I'll call you back later in the week to say Merry Christmas.
Are you going to be in there for the holidays? I thought we were bundling you out.
I told Bree that I don't want anyone paying that kind of money for this nonsense. I'm gonna stay in here until my trial.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yes, I'm sure. I love you, Mama, and I'll call again this week.
I love you too, son. Please read and pray. God wants to hear your voice.
Around this joint.
Around this joint.
Around this joint.
It's around this joint.
Around this joint.
Around this joint.
Around this joint.
We be putting in work
Around this joint.
We here to stay around this joint. We finna take over around this joint. We ain't come to play around this joint. I don't think you're ready around this joint. Dope ass creations around this joint. It's about to get real around this joint. Hella innovation around this joint.
Around this joint.
Around this joint.
Around this joint.
It's around this joint.
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 It's around this joint.
Around this joint.